Hello everyone, Kim Stewart here with today's video or this week's video, and I wanted to talk to you about morning routines. Um, for those of you that have heard any of my videos before, then you know how big I am about routines. And the reason that these are so important is because we're really setting ourselves up and our day up the way that we want it to be. So we can bombard ourselves first thing on waking, and we can hit the ground running, and we can have stress in our bodies right from the get go. Or we can be much kinder to ourselves. We can leave our phones and all of our technology aside, and we can allow ourselves to come into the world to be very gentle with that process. And, this might mean that you need to set your alarm earlier than you have in the past. But like anything, don't just take my word for it. Conduct your own experiment. But I'm going to share with you what it is that I do. So, generally, for me, I'm just going to fix that a little bit. Okay, for me, it starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I may wake up naturally prior to that, but the latest that I get up is 6. And I wake up and start the day with a warm lemon drink. Wonderful for the liver. It's a gentle way to rehydrate after we've been sleeping and we come into the world. And then I will pick up my journal once I've finished my warm lemon drink, and I'll write down anything that's been downloaded through my sleep. It could come in the form of dreams. Could come in the form of messages, or that I've got, very clear messages coming in on waking. So I'll certainly make note of those things. But I really want to spend a bit of time in that very gentle space, because there's a lot of guidance that can come through, a lot of downloads that can come through. Feel free to say hi in the chats. I'd love to welcome anybody that's here. And if you've got any particular questions or anything to share about your morning routine, I'd love to know about it. So then, after I've done that, I will then, um, depending on what time it is, but I will do some personal development, and then I will meditate. And I'm meditating to really connect in with my team, to receive any guidance of, what particular direction my day is going to take. Now, of course, I've got all sorts of appointments booked in and that kind of thing. But if I'm going to be doing, a reading or a coaching session with somebody, I may be getting some downloaded information about that session. So I will be, really creating the space to hear any of that and allow that to come in. And again, once I've completed that morning meditation, and that will go probably for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the day. And I will then make notes of that. I'll also then do some personal development. So whether that be reading a book, it's usually the online program that I offer to my clients, and as a business opportunity, and also that I've been working with for the last 9 years. So I'll be doing some of that. Once I've done that, then I'm up and getting dressed into my walking gear, and out I go. And I'm off. And if I'm walking with my partner, we will be masterminding about particular goals, what's coming up. We're very focused on keeping our vibration high. So we'll be talking to each other about, what's coming up, what are we working on, what sorts of things can we be doing to, be keeping our vibration high. If I'm on my own, then I will be listening to an audio book or a podcast. At the moment, I'm listening to Gabby Bernstein's Super Attractor audio book. I completed it and I loved it so much that I've gone right back to the beginning and doing it again. It doesn't matter, whatever's resonating for you, and trust your own intuition on that one. Once I come back, then I hit the mat. Then I'm out into my meditation and yoga room, and I'm doing yoga. And I have a beautiful saying set up on behind the Buddha in my yoga room, and I'm reading that, and I'm really allowing that to connect with me and feeling that gratitude and appreciation. So I'll do whatever I feel guided, whatever moves I feel to do, stretching mostly. As I'm getting older, it's about stretching for me, and I've been doing yoga long enough that I've got quite a selection to do there. And then once I've done that, I will sit down on the mat again and I will meditate again. So then, hello, somebody else has just jumped on. Please feel free to pop your name in the chats. I'd love to know who's here. So, in that meditation, I'm generally looking for that real expansiveness. I'm looking to connect with the quantum field. I'm looking to, as Joe Dispenza says, to become nobody and to be nowhere, and really connecting with that field, and to be in that space really grounded. I will often have, well, I'm definitely listening to mantras when I'm doing my yoga. And then once that's all complete, then I come back inside. I'll make a coffee and then and a smoothie, and I go to my office. So, for me, it's so important that I set my day up really well. It's about giving the space for me to receive the information that wants to come through, whether that be for myself or for somebody else. And that whole practice would go for about an hour and a half to 2 hours in the morning. Now, I know that that can seem like an absolute luxury for some people. And I remember when I had three small children, that would have been an absolute luxury. So, of course, you need to tailor it to your own set of circumstances. But as a very minimal thing to be doing is to be filling your mind with something positive, is to be allowing yourself to release any information that has come through, so journaling or anything that you're holding on to, and definitely a meditation. Of course, exercise is a wonderful way to keep the energy moving around our bodies. So I'd love to hear what it is that you do as your morning practice. And I hope that my sharing with what my routine is, there's something in there that might just resonate with you. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I'd love to hear what your practice is like. So please leave a comment. And until I see you next time, lots of love. Bye for now.